Salute, 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 salute. Salute, 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 salute. Salute, 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 salute. What's going on? What's going on, people? What's going on? Like, subscribe to the channel. Chris Vaughn, what's like, up? Subscribe to the channel. What's going on, Chris Vaughn? Eggs. Come on, you trolling tonight, homeboy? You trolling? It's not the channel for that, man. We talk boxing over here, bro. Like, subscribe to the channel. Subscribe to the channel. Subscribe to the channel. That's what you do. Subscribe to the channel. Like the channel. When I see a like up there, I say hi. Salute, salute, salute. Salute, 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 salute. Talking about my man, Bud Crawford. And what is it to do for him from now? Like, where do Bud go from here? Where do we go from here? Who can he fight? Like, who could he fight now? Like, what goes on now in his career? He did it all. He did it all. Three what what do you have? Three belts in the 4-belt era. I mean, 3 championships in the 4-belt era. All 4 belts at 140, 147, 163. I mean 168. What more can he possibly do? What more can he do? He unified, and what more can he do? Please like, subscribe. Like, subscribe if you come in the channel. Please subscribe to the channel. What more can Bud do at this point in boxing? What, he gonna go fight Victor Ortiz? That's hustling backwards. I know he ain't not gonna fight Boots. That'd be the dumbest shit in the world. So at this point, what do Bud do at this point? What do we do? Who's out there for him to fight? Wish I had more boxing fans in the chat. Like, who's out there for Bud to fight right now? Who's out there? I don't see him fighting none of them European boys at 38. Why come this far to jeopardize everything you've accomplished over somebody that's not even a little bit ranked as you? Why jeopardize it? What, he gonna rematch Canelo? That's not a good look. Hey, sugar. Love you, babe. That's not a good look. Why rematch Canelo? But I was thinking, why not fight Spence? On your way out the door, why don't you fight Spence, bro? Love you, babe. On your way out the door, why don't you fight Errol Spence? I think that'll be dope. I think that make a lot of sense. On your way out, thanks for coming too, man. Pause. Thanks for showing up. I think that'll be dope for Crawford to on his way out to fight Errol Spence one more time. But would Spence fight him? That's the thing. Would Spence fight him? Would Spence fight Crawford? That's what I would like to know. I would like to ask a true boxing fan. Would Spence fight Errol? Would Spence fight Crawford at this point, like right now? I wonder. I really, uh, I really wouldn't mind, you know, seeing how that would go. Spence versus Bud on his way out. that'd be that'd be dope. I really do. I really do think that would be cool. You know, for that fight to happen. I really do. Hey, sugar. And look, I was reading my comments. You have the analytics, and you go back to your analytics, and you read what people say in your analytics. And I was reading them today, and somebody said, uh, when you was talking the other day, you said something about sugar. So I just gave him a heart, you know. It, that's something for me and my lady. But anyway, yeah, I would love to see that fight, you know, uh Bud on his way out the door fight uh with Spence. I don't think anything else makes sense to him. He got hundreds of millions of dollars. You know, it's why box? Why don't just move on and live your life? That's what you know, that I think that make the most sense. Retire 42 and 0, something like that, and keep it pushing. Don't make no sense to keep fighting at this point. 38, you'll be 38 this week, I believe. 38, touching 40. You beat everybody. You're 40 and 0, 42 and 0, something like that. 30 something knockouts. Come on. Hall of Fame bound. You did it all. You know, call it quits. Train Shakur. Train Shakur. Start training. With that type of money, it's a lot to do. You could just sit on vacation. You know, salute the Bud. Shout out to Bud Crawford. Five guns up. Now, that Fundora fight, man. That Fundora Keith Thurman. That's gonna be it's gonna be a good fight. Believe it or not, because Keith Thurman is a dog. I don't care how long he been out. He always come back strong. He always strong. And he fight hard. And he's a dog in the ring. Manny dropped him, but that was a flash knockdown. But if anybody's seen that fight and they keep it real, even after the knockdown, Keith Thurman came back and beat him, man. They gave Manny Pacquiao that fight. I don't care what nobody say. They gave that fight to Pacquiao. Keith beat him. He knocked Keith down in the second round, and they went the whole 12. In fact, Keith beat the shit out of him. To the point, personally, I thought he was going to stop him. But they gave Keith the fight. I'm sorry, they gave Pac the fight. Boxing, man. Politics of boxing. Just like they gave Palo the fight over Antoine Russell. Even though that was a good fight and they fought 12 rounds back and forth, every time I go look at that fight, I always score it with Antoine Russell winning the fight. Not being biased, just like that's what I come up with. I believe that Gary Antoine Russell beat Palo, however you pronounce his name. I think he beat him that night. Then you have Cool Boy Steph. That's gonna enforce that's gonna be I think that's gonna be the fight of the night. That's gonna be a good fight. Oshitsky Foster, Cool Boy Steph, yeah, that's gonna be a good fight. That's gonna be a real good fight. I like Cool Boy on that. I like Steph on that, and I'm a Oshitsky Foster fan. Like I love his style. I love everything about him, but I just don't think he's gonna beat Cool Boy Steph. I have Cool Boy Steph winning by decision. That's my take on that fight. Just like I said, anybody that move their feet can beat Canelo. Mwah. Yeah, for the world to see. It's all good. But yeah, um, yeah, I just think I think it's gonna be a good fight. Shitsky Forster and Cool Boy Steph. Uh I don't see Forster um winning that fight. It's not like Forster have all his power and all that. Nah. And again, I like Forster. Let me not get that twisted. And I don't want to sound um like I don't like him or I'm being biased. Um it's a 50-50 fight. I can honestly say that, but I can honestly also say that um Cool Boy will come out victorious. Period. I believe that. That's what I believe. Then you have Abdullah Mason fighting the guy no the white boy. Um I like that fight the Riyadh card. Um I like that fight. I like that fight for Abdullah Mason. Um I think it's gonna be a good fight. I think it's gonna be a good step up fight for Abdullah Mason. Abdullah Mason he have to get in there and box this guy, and he definitely have to move his head. Pause. He have to come in moving. You have to come in moving. You can't just Debo him come in, boom, boom, throwing, you know, to knock him out. You fuck around and get clipped. You have to come in there. I think he really have to come in there, pause, and really like take his time and box him. You can't always you can't always try to take people head off and come in that ring and you know and rip somebody apart. Them guys train for you like you train for them. It's the same thing. You really have to take your time and box these guys. If the knockout come, it come. Period. That's how you gotta look at that. Remember last time Abdullah Mason, you know, he got dropped twice by the guy with the shag. Dude had a shag. Shout out to the guy that dropped Abdullah Mason. Homeboy had the wild shag all back here. He had a shag. It was smooth up here and back here. It was the wild shag. I was like, wow, how my guy got, how my guy get dropped by a nigga with a shag twice, twice, 2 times. Boy hit him, boom, went down, got back up, moving around, hit him again, boom, dropped him again. Abdullah stopped him. He stopped him, but that make the whole world say, well, is Abdullah Mason chinny? Can he take a, let's see, can he take a Keyshawn Davis shot? Can he? Let's just say, because a guy like Keyshawn hit you, he gonna hurt you. Bottom line, he gonna try to knock you out. Period. And quiet as cat, can he take a Shakur Stevenson chin shot? Because people say this and people say that. Shakur have enough power to keep you honest. Shakur Stevenson have enough power to keep most fighters, will keep fighters honest. He's not pillow fisted at all. And he just beat Cepeda with the shoulder roll in the left hand. That's what he beat him with. Shoulder roll and the jab and the hook. The shoulder roll all night. All night. And then here, 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3, 4. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom. All night. All night. Made Cepeda look like the bum he really is. He exposed them. Period. Bottom line, Shakur Stevens exposed Cepeda. No cap. Just like he'd do a lot of them fighters out there. No one is beating Shakur Stevenson. Period. You're not beating him. That's out. Shakur Stevenson is one of in the top 5 of the most technical fighters in the sport of boxing. He know what he's doing at all times. He's smart in there. He's watching everything. He got his eyes means a lot in the sport of boxing. Your eyes play a huge role in your boxing game. Period. You have to have good eyes. And anybody that knows boxing and is not a casual fan at boxing, that study boxing, just a boxing fan, a real boxing fan, know that your eyes mean a lot, a whole lot. You can get clipped sleeping. Shakur is one of the fighters out there that see everything. Everything. That's why he's one, if not the best, one of the best defensive fighters in the sport of boxing. Hands down. He get hit the less in the sport of boxing. I hated that he had to get in the ring and show the world that he can fight in the pocket, that he a dog too. He stayed in the pocket the whole Cepeda fight. The whole fight, he stayed right there in the pocket. And beat that boy. And beat that boy ass like he was supposed to. Real talk. Shout out to Shakur Stevenson. 3 gun salute. Mwah. I know that's right. For sure. For sure. And I'm going to talk it too. That's right. And then we got Shushu Carrington. He should be fighting for the interim or something coming up. Um Soon. I don't know what card he's on. I don't know. I have to look it up. I have to see. But Shushu Carrington, another one. I think my personal opinion, I think Shushu a little overrated, and it proves itself because he's not a world champion, and he's pushing 30, and he's not a world champion. You know, it's just like Ryan Garcia never won a title. Ryan Garcia never won a world title. So how did he get so popular? Social media. That's how. He was a podcaster as well as a boxer. But he's never won a world title. But I'm not on that clown. I'm on Shushu Carrington. And Shushu Carrington never won a world title. Even and he's on top rank. So, you know, I don't know how he being pushed. I don't know how that's going, but Shakur come out the Olympics, get get 15, 16 fights, something like that, and get the world title. The world title. Not no bullshit title, get a world title. Why Shushu Carrington doesn't have a world title? As long as he been in the sport of boxing. And then people wonder why 12th round knockouts say that Shushu is a little overrated. He is. Now, I'm gonna tell you this. That fight he fought before his last fight. Now I'm gonna repeat it. The fight he fought before his last fight, he lost that fight. Fucking lost. They gave it to him. They gave him a treat. They threw a dog a bone. That African boy beat him. He beat Shushu. In fact, he hurt Shushu a couple of times in that fight. Now, people can act like they don't know what I'm talking about. They can say this, they can say that, but I don't remember the guy's name. You can Google his last fight. And when you get there, Google the fight before that. Or some of you might know the guy's name. And run that fight back. You'll see just what I'm talking about. He hurt Shushu a couple of times. And he beat him. He won that fight. And they gave it to Shushu Carrington. Which I knew that's what they was going to do because they pushing him. They pushing him. But it don't matter how much you push somebody, you still have to have the talent to take yourself where you need to be. And I just think Shushu is not there. Because if he was, he'd have a world title by now. Put it like this, so people can see what I'm talking about. Shushu Carrington and Shakur Stevenson is the same age. Shushu have world titles in 2 different divisions. It could be 3. I think I'm not talking about unifying. I think he unified at 130. He has a title now at 135. Shushu don't have any. They the same age. What's fucking with that? They're the same age. So you have to ask yourself, why? Why Shushu Carrington is not, he's a good fighter. He's a good fighter. But I don't see anything special. Even Abdullah Mason fighting for a world title. I think that Top Rank need to be talked to by his handlers. He should be fighting for a title, which I believe he's fighting for something. His next fight. I didn't research it or look into it, but it should be something. He's fighting for this fight. Yeah. Then you have Boots. Boots fighting some kid named Lim. That's it. Guy named Lim. That's who, if I'm not mistaken, the guy name is Lim. That's who Boots have next. A nobody. Simply a no one. You had the opportunity to fight a couple of elite fighters. How? Before, okay, before he signed the contract to fight this tomato can that's coming up here about the fight. The the cab driver that he about to fight. Let's just keep it real. We're not sugarcoating anything. The cab driver he's about to fight now. Before anything was signed, he before anything was signed, he had the opportunity to fight Virgil Ortiz, a couple of guys that we considered the elite. He had a couple of shots at fighting them guys. But he said he wanted unified. Why keep going up in these weight classes when I'm gonna just stay here, unified, move up? Oh, you doing too much. Scared, get a dog. Period. There's no reason why you shouldn't have you shouldn't you should be fighting this uh cab driver in your hometown, having people spend all this money and do all this to come out and watch you fight a nobody. Watch you play with this guy, turn around in the ring. Try turning around on on let's just say Virgil. Turn your whole body around and doing whack shit like that. That just goes to show cats like me that you a bully. You bully the bums that you fight. Period. Turn around on them, throw a backhand. You know, it's just crazy. It's crazy. Yeah, it's crazy. But if people is buying into it, the rhetoric and the garbage and the bullshit, so be it. But until he start fighting somebody, man, and getting respect for moving around and and fighting, you know, stay stuck where he at. Period. So what are we gonna do? Salute to all the people that fool with me. Shout out to them. Salute, salute to all the homies from back home. Salute the guys that want to see me grow and want to see 12th round knockout make it. You see, I'm in the trenches. It's no secret. I'm the type of nigga. I'm in the trenches. I'm getting mines the hard way. You know, the slow way, but it's coming. Pause. It's coming along. And, you know I'm blessed. And I know it's gonna flip and I'm gonna be one of the big guys up there with all them numbers doing my shit because content is what it's all about. And a couple of them guys up there is fully exposed now. Like your audience know you're a bozo, you're a clown, and they just fool with you because that's it. But 12th round knockout is running the race. We coming. Pause. We gon' we gonna get our turn to shine like everybody else. God's willing. Salute to all the homies from back home that I was fool with. Yeah, I know how I ended the same way all the time. I never deviate from that. Jersey. Love you, babe. I call you in a little while.